y'all lie about this shit all you want to. I don't give a fuck. I will never believe any man until I see evidence that a woman is just deliberately keeping a man from fresh out for no reason other than being addictive. I will never believe the court system is keeping a man away from because the court system delivers women. I will never believe you have to prove to beyond the shadow of a doubt that that's what's going on. Mm-hmm. On his face, I will never believe that shit. Mm-hmm. Never. I know. For every one man that I know that is capable of taking care of his children or child, I know 100 that ain't close. So this Wizard Liz situation isn't shocking. Good morning. If you guys don't remember, Wizard Liz was a Marines, I guess.
It's another video about Wizard Liz.
TikTok influencer.
Morning. Hey, Pristine. Hey, girl. Good morning.
Mainly on TikTok. And
girl, you enjoyed my stream last night. Now you see how I used to get down on this platform, girl. I used to come on here and cuss hoes out and make them real mad. You say, girl, it's too early in the morning for mass. We chilling right now. I'm watching the what's this? The Wizard Liz. You know, the Wizard Liz update shit. You know how that is.
Like aesthetic.
Y'all have fun last night?
About a certain type of lifestyle.
Did y'all have fun? Did y'all enjoy yourselves last night? Good morning, Brooklyn. Y'all got a good old fashioned old school Kelly coming on here and cussing hoes out. That shit was funny. But I'm not gonna lie, it felt good to go off. I'm not gonna lie. You say I'm caught up. Brooklyn, what you think? I had found out that I'm low-key still laughing about it. I found out about Nikki being involved with the DCFS shit. If that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have needed to drag her the way I did. I wanted to go to fuck in on her, and that's why I looked into her. All these people who try to come for me, every single person who's ever tried to come for me on this platform, they have skeletons, child. Like, but I did want to get back to like the Wizard Liz stuff. We never covered the other videos I wanted to watch with y'all, so we can take care of that while I wait on my Starbucks. My Starbucks gonna be here soon. You know, we're gonna try to have a normal morning. Or whatever, but no, I had to go to fuck in on her. I'm not gonna lie though, for me it felt great to go to fuck off because y'all, like, I'm pissed off. Like, and that's the thing, I've been pissed. Like, and that's where I get like frustrated. Like, let me just speak to y'all like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying one time. Hey girl, hey love bug, did you have fun last night? I can't believe so many of y'all were there. But like let me talk to y'all seriously. Like, I've been pissed off. You say I sure did? Girl, that was old school, girl. We took them back. We took them all the way back. Like, and this is kind of where, and the thing is, I'm not really even frustrated with people on that platform. Nikki, the DCFS shit, absolutely not. Right? But even aside from that, like, I don't really care, what people say, because they're going to always drag me. They're going to always cancel me and hate me so much. I don't give a fuck. But this entire shit, like, I've been very pissed off. Like, moving through everything that I've moved through and how I have, especially, like, I only thank God that I've been, you say, I think it was valid. Those videos you sent me were such a hard watch. I was getting heated. Girl. And the thing is, it's like, it was a slow build. There were a few streams where like Nikki was hinting towards, oh, I think Callie's due for a good visit. It's like, bitch, you ain't slick. It's like, and even though I'm late to finding out, like, right, like I'm late, It's still like absolutely not. Don't go fucking real life with me. And then when I'm fucking reacting to the bitch, you want to play pussy and victim? Are you kidding me? Now Callie's threatening me. Now Callie's doing it. I'm the fucking bad guy again. Oh well, bitch. Like, girl, bye. But I've been pissed off, y'all. And like, I am just grateful that during the time being, I was actively like practicing mindset. That's what really saved me from being like the stereotypical, like, top tier crash out. Like, coming on my platform and venting, I mean, that's my right. Like, right, I can come on here and say and do whatever the fuck I please. Like, that's literally like my right. But I'm talking about like in real life to these motherfuckers. Because I moved through some shit. And like, I will never apologize for separating myself and walking away and fucking letting that whole dynamic just kind of like lapse on its own, and if anything for a bit or whatever, because I'm really not with all that. And you guys know this. I'm really not with all that fucking fighting and arguing in front of a child. I'm not with all that toxic shit in front of a kid. If somebody can't control themselves, then somebody needs to control themselves enough to like take space. Because I'm not, if my presence is trying to hose that much to where you want to keep fucking toxic examples up in front of a child, you're sick as fuck. And I'm not gonna like apologize for that, only because then I would have stayed if I was okay with that. And it's like, I didn't leave and go through all the shit that I went through just for the cycle to repeat because of a bitter bitch. Sometimes cycles need to die out on their own. Sometimes even change behavior doesn't break the cycle, and that's what's sad. Sometimes some cycles die out with just space. You know what I mean? It's true. And I think it's also really interesting. Now, when it does come down to the platform, what I think is really interesting, because Nikki referenced this in her streams a few times yesterday. And it's so crazy because the second stream where she sniped me, it was down for a while, but now I see this morning it's back up. So I don't know what that was about, because I thought the bitch deleted it. I'm like, oh, look at this hoe deleting streams. Oh, but it's back up now. So that's whatever. But something else that I've noticed is the people who've come out the woodwork going off about my choices and my decisions and just me being fed the fuck up. But I also think it exposes how they were like lying in wait to see, like, these were the same people, and obviously Nikki was, these were the same people who were lying and to hear about the next custodial update, and even like small sweet moments that, you know, that I have with Puppet, like it's like just to have something to say, like it really exposed itself. And it's like when you take all the shit off the platform, and then it's like it's just gonna be about me and my cute little life and just whatever the fuck I please. And you know, there's content that I want to review, so like the Wizard List stuff, because there's still shit that I want to go over with you guys, so we'll do that this morning. But to me, it just exposes how so many people were just like waiting gung-ho to like pounce per se. And it's like, that's crazy work for my ass. Like, that's crazy fucking work. And let me adjust this, because I got my phone charging or whatever. But I had a lot of fun with y'all. Yeah, I really appreciate you all being here for me the way you have been. Oh, that is so distracting with the phone. Ooh, bitch, is so distracting. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. I fixed my shit. And then let me adjust these or whatever. Let me adjust y'all so we can be all good and everything. But yeah, like I appreciate you all support and all that. But like I've been like fucking pissed off. Like it feels good to go the fuck off and drag motherfuckers. And like I'm still just getting started. I'm really still just getting started. The Nikki stuff I do perceive is done. Unless like, you know, I find out some more shit, but y'all know how long it takes me to find out shit. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I'm never gonna fault a woman for being done. And I think a lot of people that's what they fail to see. Like when you realize that a person is trying to game you through your child and like doing these like, you know, doing this shit just to feel like they have power, leverage, and control, whatever. When you see that person's character for what exactly it is, and you see and you peep the type of games they're fucking playing, and it's like, especially if it's a repeated pattern to where it's like blatantly fucking obvious, I'm all for, especially women, to stop playing the game. And where it does get tricky is when like, and you guys saw that even in my situation, like where it does get not only tricky but insanely frustrating is like when the guy is still tripping out even with the kid over there. It's like, really, what the fuck is your problem? Like, really, what the fuck is your issue? You know what I mean? So you just gotta stop playing the game, man.
Man, and it ended up biting her in the ass. She ended up getting ended up getting tricked by a man.
This is that guy I've shown you guys before. He made a new video about Wizard Liz.
She's not from America. She's trapped in her country. She cannot come back to America right now. Therefore,
the public offender,
her ex-fiance, did this to her.
Yeah, he did with his bitch ass. A lot of these men just need their fucking asses beat, and I'm gonna just say that unapologetically. So that's the public offenders video. That's who we're watching right now. Y'all know the semi-annual sale has started at Bath and Body Works too. I think I'm gonna place me an order soon. All my my shit that I just ordered from when they had the $5 sale came, but I'm gonna get some more shit.
Was I guess a influencer, a TikTok influencer, maybe on YouTube even, I'm guessing probably, but I knew her mainly on TikTok, and she sold this like aesthetic, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time about a certain type of lifestyle with a certain man, and it ended up biting her in the ass. She ended up getting getting tricked by a man or manipulated by a man, whatever. They're no longer together. She's not from America. She's trapped in her country. She cannot come back to America right now.
You say, yes, Bath and Body Works Hall, true OG Cali. Right? Bitch, like, yeah, I'll do a Bath and Body Works haul. I showed y'all in my, what was it? My Starbucks, and didn't I say Starbucks and Bath and Body Works haul and an update over the weekend? I said that, didn't I? Yeah. Because I showed y'all what I bought recently over the weekend or whatever. And I will probably do a semi-annual sale haul. I might even do the fucking old school, like with all the bags. God, y'all remember when those videos used to go viral from all the girls? Like, they would go shopping at Bath and Body Works and have like hella bags and be like, yes. And all this shit or whatever. Oh man. And I remember, even though my channel was much, much, much smaller back then when I did the Bath and Body Works hauls, like some of my old school Bath and Body Works hauls have like, you know, anywhere between 3 to 5. I think one did get close to 10K views. And that was crazy for my channel, especially because even though I did shopping content and stuff like that, that wasn't really the like niche of my channel. But like, bitch, you know, I guess, you know, I'm like how I said on my community tab, you get a drama stream, I'm gonna drag me a bitch, and get me a fucking Bath and Body Works haul.
ex-fiance did this to her. He contributed to her not being able to come back to the U.S. So he is trying to punish her, because of the breakup. Typical stuff. All this stuff is typical. Just run-of-the-mill shit. Run-of-the-mill vindictive male, right? Run-of-the-mill bitter baby daddy story. That's not the thing. The thing that made Wizard Liz's story compelling was, again, it was her saying that no man will ever baby trap her. What's happening to these other women will never happen to me. And now it is currently happening to her. That is why so many people were invested in her story. Now, I did a video on it. She laid out the whole story about how her baby daddy was manipulating this whole situation. He was making it exceedingly difficult for her to see her own child, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Fast forward to a couple of days ago, Wizard Liz has turned over a new leaf.
It's just like, look, if you have done all of the stuff and then he threatens you with, I'm gonna take your child. Oh my God, take it. Thank you so much. Like, this is a dream of a lot of
generally,
mothers.
if a man threatens to take your child, give him
The child.
Seriously.
Because what a lot of men don't realize when they like, either if they withhold or if they tether or like play game, like fucking Landon is trying to play hide and seek with the kid, like, like a dangling carrot. That's crazy. And she in a whole other country trying to deal with her visa shit. Like, that's like literally next level shit. But what these men don't realize is that when they play these games, see, like postpartum and having small children, you are exhausted. And while you love your child and all these things, and obviously you miss your baby and everything, especially if you already know the type of games that guy is playing and all of that, the minute that man withholds that kid from you, and I only pray women feel, I only pray that women can feel awakened and like spot it when they go through it, because a lot of women deal with this. That's your freedom. That's your fucking freedom. The minute that man withholds that child, and even though it might be a bitch, and even though it might be annoying, and yeah, that's some fucked up shit to do, but that's on his fucking that's his curse, not yours. You know what I mean? But that's your freedom right there. So embrace it. And I believe, especially if the dynamic is like toxic, non-conducive, not fucking improving, getting worse, over time and all that stuff, then I would actually fight for your freedom more. Because as long as that man feels like he can tether and control you through the kid, he will try at all means. And he will do by any means necessary. So it's like your freedom is actually more important. Because being a mother and being a parent shouldn't have to be treated and utilized as some like punishment or whatever. Hey Danny, you say I was starting to catch up not long ago. Girl, did you see my stream on Nikki? You saw my stream on Nikki. What you think about it? Hey Danny, what you think about my stream on Nikki? Plus, like, I can't believe how many of y'all came through. Like, my chat was lit. I had like almost 50 people in chat last night. I think the max I got like was 48. I had like almost 50 people there. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I did the whole put purple hearts in the chat, if you remember, bitch. When the last time you heard me say that? I kind of had fun. I did. I kind of had fun. And like I said, it felt good to go the fuck off because a bitch been pissed. You know what I'm saying? People gonna hear about it. I'm just getting started.
Like,
You say I haven't even seen much yet. I still need to watch more. Danny, do you know that I dragged Nikki because she was involved with the DCFS shit with Kai? They were like making jokes about plotting it. There was even a stream where I believe there was a stream where my ex and Kai, I think it was the DCFS versus the World stream or something or whatever. There was a stream where I think both my ex was like, every time she has the baby over there, I'm worried sick. I'm terrified. I just don't want the baby going over there with her. I just think the baby's in danger over there with her. Da, 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 da. And like fucking, Kai and Nikki were like, oh yeah, I think she's due for a visit. Da, 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 da. You say, I did hear that. I am shocked she's involved. Dude, and I would have never had to drag her dumbass. And so it's like, I looked into her life because Nikki's a person, she doesn't have the greatest reputation. And to be such a small channel, girl, she get like, a lot of people just don't fuck with her. Like, she's got a lot of fucking, I would say like girl world trolls or whatever over there. But a lot of people don't fuck with her. It's crazy to be such a small channel and like, come out the gate being dragged. I'm like, girl, bye. At least if I get dragged, this has been a slow build over time. But yeah, girl. Yeah, so she had a hand in that. So I looked into her because there's a bunch of shit about her, especially like on the farms and stuff, And it's always the bitches who have the most skeletons in their closet trying to come for a bitch like me. And then it's like, I dragged her, and me, I will drag you down to your character because character shows really quick. And I dragged the dumbass bitch. Like, she really exposed her character towards the end, or at least when I got towards the end of my stream, because I cut her off. She's very hard to understand. I'm not gonna sit through any more of her stream. She's very hard to understand. I don't know why the fuck her accent is like that. I almost feel like she does it on purpose just to piss people off. But no, like towards the end of my stream last night, I dragged her and I was like down to her character because it's the way she spoke. It's a few things that she said that revealed to me why she's the way she is in regards to my dynamic. Plus, I think she's highly jealous of me. You know what I mean? Like women who are like, kind of like beaten and worn down and like don't have much confidence or pride in themselves and don't really prioritize themselves and, don't really prioritize it and like value themselves. They will get jealous as fuck of a woman like me. A woman who walks up unapologetically in her energy, her power, and her freedom is like one of the biggest. I guess we are a threat because we get targeted by we get targeted by insecure motherfuckers. We get targeted by jealous motherfuckers. No shade, but are you profitable as a talk? Fizzy, you're right. Fizzy, hey girl, how you been? I see you've been catching up. Were you in last night's stream? No shade, but are you profitable as a talking point or is it for the love of the game? Girl, I talked about that too. Especially me and Nikki's, our channels perform very similar. Like we perform similar. I mean, I do make money off my channel. Like, you know what I mean? I do, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. I do like a variety of things. I don't know if I'm still profitable as a talking point. When people have covered me lately, it's definitely a lot of people getting under 1,000 views. You say a little bit. I was too tired to participate. Oh, girl, that's fine. That's fine. Girl, but last was like hilarious. Are you even profitable as a talking point, girl? I don't think so, girl. A lot of people that have covered me, I'm seeing that they just get under 1,000 views, especially within the first 24 hours. It may climb or whatever over time as people catch up and shit, but when people cover me immediately, it definitely doesn't shoot directly into the algorithm like how shit used to. But I think that's also because it's the same people saying the same shit. And of course, it's me saying the same things. And I think, honestly, a part of that is just because, like, y'all who've been here, like, understand more than people who are just now trying to peek in. That's another thing that I wanted to say, because that's something else that I noticed too. I don't really want to turn this into Callie dragging everybody on YouTube again, but it can. I don't really give a fuck. It don't mean shit to me. Another thing that I saw Omegon made a video on me over the weekend, but it only got 700 views. So I don't know if that's really him or whatever, because I know Omegon like has a bigger platform or whatever. I don't really know what the fuck's going on unless he actually has a second channel. I was gonna check it out and give my thoughts. Like, I don't really. It's and Omegon, like, he hasn't mentioned me, I think, since I fell out with like Charlie and Michael and them. I think that's the last time he spoke to me or whatever. So I could honestly react to him because I saw him give his thoughts on my 2.5 hour stream. And his video was you say, oh my God, made a video about you? What? But it was on his second channel, so I'm not sure, because I don't want to say, because if it's like some type of weird clickbait or people doing shit or whatever, I didn't know he had before either. He has. But it's been a while. It's been literally years. And I can already tell you, the video I saw that he made of me is 13 minutes long out of my 2.5 hour video. I can tell you that man, and if I go and if it really is Omegon and all this shit or whatever, remember, he's been dragged before for not doing his proper research and just hopping on topics and like, hurting his credibility or whatever in that way. Let me, I think it's time for me to get my Starbucks. I want to finish the Wizard Liz video. Okay. I'm about to go get my Starbucks. I want to finish Wizard Liz's stuff and all that. I really do want to get into her shit. And then, Omega made like a 13-minute video. We could go and look at it. Now, I just hope that I don't have to drag the fuck out of him, but I don't think he went. I'm just going to assume that from a 13-minute video, he didn't go real life and do all this other fuck ass shit or whatever. He's probably just going to give his opinions. But I can tell you that if he's hopping on this just for quick views or whatever, he doesn't understand the dynamic or whatever. And he's entitled to have his opinions because, of course, I'm the one that brought it on the platform. I'm not that above it, right? But it's like, essentially what I think a lot of people are kind of struggling with is the fact that I completely removed my child and everything like that off of the platform, which is my right. You know what I mean? Which is my right. And like, what I don't think people understand is when women get fed up enough dealing with shit to just like be like, look, I'm not dealing with this toxic ass shit. Like, you know what I mean? And it's okay if he doesn't, because he's a man. I think he's in the UK too. So
giving up their children, this and that. We never shame men for that shit. It's
no.
Normal.
Right now, my ex is begging me, texting me, oh, I want to give you your child. Oh, now you want to, huh? Because you realize I don't give a fuck, and I never give a fuck.
So
I'll just put that there.
I like this version of her. I ain't gonna lie. She seems like she don't give a fuck. Now, I don't know how much of this is like her manipulating him, to some extent. Maybe she really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she don't. But at the very least, she figured something out. She figured out that two things. A, she doesn't have any legal leverage right now. So fighting that battle is an uphill battle. I think she's jujitsu, where she is using her opponent's leverage against him. So he's pushing. She's pushing. She was pushing up against him. He was trying to dominate, and she fight. And then she said, you know what? Ole. And she just, now he's stumbling, bumbling, fumbling, because she's like, you know what? You got it. You want the baby? I don't know what I'm fighting so hard for. My life could be better without my kid, right? It doesn't mean she doesn't. I don't look at this and be like, she don't love her baby. That's what the woman was saying, like, we demonize women for this. I wouldn't demonize her at all. I think I fully believe she loves her child.
Every woman loves their
She's
child.
just like, you want me to do? Fuck it. You don't want me to have.
Every mother loves their child. There is something that is, there is something so precious and unique. You say, I like the public offender. Do you? Do you like him? I just found his channel because of the Wizard Liz stuff. But I enjoy his content too, especially as a man. You know, I love the fact that he's a black man giving these opinions in these spaces. Because like I always feel like we need more black folk on the internet. But you know, every mother loves their child. Like, to go through this, see, especially when it's your first child, like, women who go through this fucking, like, roller coaster tumultuous bullshit or whatever, like, women who go through this on a daily basis with the other parent or whatever, and then it's like, for me, you guys know, I leveled up and found me a new one, and, like, y'all see how I live now, you know, and it really, like, puts a magnifying glass on what you always either never deserved or deserved more and better of. And, like, I mean, especially with Liz's situation, I mean, when she came on talking about how this motherfucker interfered with her getting her visa, like, which is crazy. It's like, I wouldn't even think that it would value a third party like that, but I guess they did. Every woman loves their child, but sometimes it's like, I'm really not with. Just like how people don't agree with my mindset, a lot of you bitches I don't agree with either. I'm not with that stay together for the kids type shit. I'm really not, because I'm a child of that bullshit. And we see how that worked out. It didn't. I'm not with that. I tolerated all kinds of shit from my ex just to be with my kid. I'm not with that. I'm not with let the motherfucker do all this bullshit. And I'm not with that. No, I'm not. I've never been with that. It would make me a hypocrite for leaving in the first place. And you never know what it's like. Plus, it's like, I'm also a child to where I went without my dad for years. And while people would want to call him a deadbeat and say that he didn't care about me and all of these things, you know, and even I did have mixed emotions and mixed feelings about that stuff. When I finally reconnected with my father and I really got to know him, my respect, my love, and appreciation for him skyrocketed because he helped me see through a lot of bullshit. He helped me see through so much bullshit. And I'm really not with that. Like, and that's another thing. So after this video, I want to play another Liz video because pretty much all the comments, especially like it's like a drama channel of Liz's, although I think that they're pretty supportive of her or whatever, but like there's still like a drama channel of hers. And the comments are crazy. She's abandoning the child. She's done playing the game. And another thing that I don't agree with you bitches is you all like never hold the men accountable for even playing these games. People be so quick to dogpile and demonize a woman for saying enough is enough. I've had enough of this dynamic. I'm fucking walking away. I don't even want my child subjected to this bullshit. This motherfucker can't even keep the peace in front of the child. And this whole dynamic is indeed trash. But what you all never seem to do, and I'm not saying the free space, but bitches, like bird brain bitches, tend to do is never hold the man accountable. Like Nikki. Like literally Nikki. Like, oh, well, I think the father has money. And like, I think that he can take care of the baby. And well, I mean, he's been showing up and I mean, he has the baby majority of the time anyway. And Kelly just won't answer to him. That told me everything I needed to know. That told me everything I needed to know. Especially because she's a bitch who talks about how she struggled with her kids and struggled with the dynamic with her child's father and and all this struggle and woe and bullshit, right? And she talks about how she didn't even put him on child support. I wonder if her baby daddy probably isn't in a position to where he was probably able to do much. I mean, he's probably a Dusty, to be honest, from what she talks about with her child's father. The man is probably a Dusty, which is worse, okay? And I think it's because she didn't have that. There's something about my dynamic that she's envious of and jealous of, because I think Nikki gets so personally and emotionally involved, or has gotten so personally and emotionally involved, because she probably wishes that she had a guy like Eric, even though he's no prize, like at all, no prize at all. And I mentioned that. But because of her shit with her kids and her ex, she probably wishes she had something like that. And then she sees a bitch like me with her freedom and her audacity and her boldness and her confidence to say, fuck the whole goddamn thing. And I do believe that Nikki is a woman who is jealous and envious, and I trigger the fuck out of her because I'm what she didn't have the strength enough to do. I'm what she didn't have the balls enough to even say. And I live the life that she doesn't even live or couldn't live because she just took on the burdens of everything. And not saying that her children are a burden, but like if you already had to go back and forth with your ex in regards to, you know, your children and all this stuff, and you've self-admitted saying like he's not helped you, sometimes he doesn't show up that often, but you still never put him on child support, and you hate the man and he's abused you, but you're still making excuses for him, it's telling me the type of mindset you have, and it's telling me that you weighed yourself down and you just accepted it because you never perceived any kind of a different reality or life for yourself or even your children. Because if you did, especially if he's a Dusty, Dusties really are like the easiest to move on from, or they should be, even if they are, you know, the other parent of your children. A Dusty is easy as fuck, or should be easy as fuck to drop. I mean, and the categorization of a Dusty, I mean, whether the guy's a deadbeat or not, I don't really know what Nikki's tea is, but like whether he's a deadbeat or not, that's a fucking like Dusty fucking behavior. And then she self-admittedly says, I have to take on everything and I've done everything and I'm tired. And literally she talks about how overworked and how tired she is and how, you know, she's gotten no breaks and how she still worked and did all. She has that fucking she has that typical narrative. Whereas even as I'm building a family with my man, I told him, I'm like, I want me a night nurse. I'm gonna get me a doula again. I want all these things because I'm gonna prioritize my and the child's rest as I have my future children. I am, because postpartum is real as fuck, and that exhaustion hits you. And it is kind of cool when you do finally sync up with the baby, like you know how the babies take the 3 to 4 naps a day or whatever the fuck. When you really sync with your baby, that is heaven, because then it's like that's how you start to slowly catch up, and that's cool. Like I'm with that, right? But before you get there, it's exhausting. And then you're worried about the baby all the time, because especially if you're a new parent, I mean, yeah, it's exciting and fun, but that you're literally worried about the kid all the time. And then like it's hard to sleep because like you don't want to sleep, and then don't get caught up in the sentimental moments when they're sleeping and you just want to stare at them. You know what I mean? So that rest and that routine, it's kind of hard to catch and get into the rhythm of, and all of these things. And it weighs on you a lot. Plus, like whatever changes you may go through postpartum, whatever changes, especially anything unexpected, and that is another thing that they don't necessarily really prepare you for. I think that it's better to know, like for me, I'm like, at least I know what I want and I know what I need now, and I know more of now, like the rhythm of, you know, newborns, young children, and the support they need. And if you got to hire help, that's not embarrassing. But to be able to hire help, I understand is a privilege. And also too, with Nikki being like a shallow-minded like white woman in the UK who said racist things about me before, it probably triggers the fuck out of her to see a black woman live like this of all things too, because she's got that struggle story that most black women have, especially with like a fucking, I don't know, toxic or a dusty child's father or whatever it is. She's got that stereotypical story that most people try to project, and that you see most stereotypical situations, especially in regards to black women, go through. And then I'm the one that's like speaking out against the whole goddamn thing because I literally think it's filthy. You know what I mean? And what I think is even more disgusting is when the man claims, what I think is even more disgusting is when a man claims to want sole custody and all this shit because he's so determined to take the kid from you, especially if he has determination to block you from the child's life and all of this. What I think is disgusting is you want all of that, yet you still can't provide a healthy environment for your child. Meaning you want the sole custody, but you still want to be able to fight and disrespect and cause conflict with me, the mother, especially in front of the child. It's like, what is the point? Like, that to me looks crazy. You don't even care about the betterment of the child's environment and like the enrichment of the child's life. You're only interested in keeping up conflict and bullshit. Like, but you want your sole custody. You want all the control and the power, but you can't even provide the basics. Money is only one factor of the dynamic when it comes to caring and child rearing and stuff like that. That's only one part of the dynamic. And if the motherfucker even has, I don't know, even if it's just like a modest amount of money, but he never took care of you, and especially if in the beginning he never really stepped up to the plate as far as making sure you were okay during pregnancy, postpartum, and really took on that full responsibility, whatever that is, and then even struggled with that responsibility as a child was small, I don't think that those men deserve any praise. They do deserve to at least take their responsibility and fucking figure it out. And I do think that they deserve to be fucking single dads. So because the men with that mentality and the men with that, they're never going to change. The woman, I would want her to move on. I would. So she won't trap herself. Because the man's character is showing that he baby trapped you one way or another. And I'm sorry, but children are too precious to be using as pawns. And men are also supposed to lead. If he can't lead and demonstrate a healthy dynamic, I'm not going to match energy with you, you bitch. I'll just remove myself and pay it dust. Because the entire thing is trash, and it's also unfair to the child to keep subjecting the child to that type of shit. Like, the kid grew up in the early development years seeing mom and dad fight all the time. I mean, and for all of you, like, so you're cool with having people, you cool with people fighting in front of their kids? You cool with people being toxic and disrespectful as fuck in front of their kids? You cool with people, being abusive, whether it's verbally, let alone fucking physically, mentally? Y'all cool with all that? It doesn't matter as long as you're showing up. They could be beating your ass as long as you show up. And I've seen comments like that. Y'all are crazy.
My child, you want to have, you got him. You got him.
Period.
You got him. I don't think that I Uno reverse.
Period.
Well played. Well played.
Mm-hmm.
And I fully believe her. I fully believe that man is texting her phone and blowing her up right now. I can completely believe that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yes. Yes. And why do I believe that? Why do I believe that? Because I've seen it. I've heard it 1,000 times. Absolutely. I've seen it and I've heard it 1,000 times from women.
I pulled the move just like Wizard Liz and gave my son to his dad. And honestly, I wish I would have done it sooner. The whole time he was violating
this video is crazy.
He wasn't going to stop until he got primary custody, and there he was in court trying to prove that he violated restraining orders.
I think this is the video that Maxed Out told me about.
If this was in America and she did have her son, this would be her, like, that man wouldn't leave her alone. So for the ex, for the fiance, it's all about control. It's all about control. It's all about control. But what happens when you remove yourself from the situation? Because the power that he has over her isn't necessarily her child, it's her desire to be with the child. That's the power he holds over her. But what if she pulls away? That's what she did.
There was a time that I was going to court every single month, mostly because he was filing. And I'm going to tell you, I wasted 3 years in litigation before I stopped and paused and thought,
Hey, Cherry Berry.
Give him my child.
Hey,
He
boo.
wants primary custody so bad. I'm going to give it to him. And at this point, I didn't have a lawyer. And I just had to take the time to think to myself, am I going to be okay with this decision? And I know for some people, you think, what about the child? How are you going to explain it to your child that you abandon your child?
It's not abandonment. And also, that man already had custody. He didn't have full custody, he had primary custody, but he already had custody. It wasn't like, she had the baby 100% of the time and then the dad had the baby son, and the dad never had the baby. She couldn't protect her child from the father. The courts said, no, y'all both get custody. It was 70-30, it was 58-42, I don't give a fuck. He just wasn't he wasn't the custodial parent. That was it. That was it. That was the whole thing. That was it. He was fighting for 100% custody, whatever, right? Okay, cool.
Spinning the narrative that a safe parent abandoned their child versus looking at wasting your time and money and energy in family court and the other parent what they want, those are the only two choices. Because I previously thought I was having a child with somebody who actually cared about the best interest of a child. And then I realized this person is consistently blocking supportive services. The court's not getting it. The dad doesn't want to agree to anything. Here, you should just have primary decision making. You can care for our child. You can do everything. And let me tell you, this man lasted 10 days. And that was something that
10 fucking days? He never, that man, you know what that proves? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, that man never thought she was going to he never thought he was going to actually win. And he never thought that she would actually give in.
Yeah, because most of them, they just get into it for the game.
Right. Why wouldn't you be ready for that? If you were expected to win, well, you would have been ready for that. He was just fighting to be disruptive.
just have primary decision making. You can care for our child. You can do everything. And that was something that I didn't expect him to do. Him and his attorney, who had been by his side since day one, filed an emergency filing.
Which is crazy.
To force me back into 50-50. But to go from, he just had to have primary custody, and I'm so crazy, I need a psych eval.
Wait, can you force somebody into 50-50?
That's the scary thing.
Legal?
I didn't know that you could force that.
I don't think that's legal, right? I've never seen a man be forced into 50-50.
So crazy, I need a psych eval, and I'm an unsafe and unfit. To now, he is the one filing to force me to have just as much unsupervised parenting time as he has. Very interesting choice, but he paid for that, not me. Now, I want to make it clear, because every time I talk about this, people say, bad advice, stop telling people to do this. I'm not telling anybody to do this. I am telling you what I did and what happened in my specific situation. I pulled...
Because he had custody.
Right.
He had custody already. Like, the only way that not the only way, but in most cases, the only way that I would be like, no, you know, maybe that's a better, is if you are successfully keeping the abusive parent away from the child, like 100%. Then I'm like, okay, like, all right.
And then when you realize, and that's where Wizard Liz came in, and that's why I wanted to get back on the Wizard Liz shit, because her situation, it's an extreme situation, but see, it's extreme in the sense to where it's actually, obviously it's sad, it's horrible, but it's a perfect mixture of the demonstration of just how the people think that the system is automatically rigged towards women. It's not. The minute the man doesn't even have to be on the birth certificate, the minute a man files for sole custody, they are going to work to grant him at least some level of custody. Okay, if he doesn't get it off rip, especially if the woman doesn't want soul or whatever, and all of that, but the system is not rigged in women's favor. Like, oh, you got sad face Terry Berry Momo. Yeah, it's not rigged in women's favor, and that's an ignorant statement. I'm like, and it's crazy because I understand that my situation was unique, and Wizard Liz's situation is unique, and all the other people that we talk about and discuss on this channel is unique, right? Because we're all different. We all go through different experiences. But I'm sorry, if you're seeing repeated patterns, there is no way that my situation and Wizard Liz's situation are damn near identical. Remember, I was shook at her fucking video where she was crying. It felt literally like looking. You guys remember when I was sick and I was watching that with you guys, and I'm still shook, and that's why I'm still gonna cover it and give my thoughts on it, because I'm like, and I love what she's doing, because she actually has a larger platform to do it, to reach more people, so that you don't get fucking baby trapped out here, man. You don't have to take abuse just to be a part of your child's life. You do not have to take abuse just to be a part of your child's life. You don't. You ain't gotta take that shit. Because that teaches the children, that normalizes those abusive and toxic and high conflict dynamics. Normalizes it. But there's no way in fuck. I mean, and I'm still shook at how similar Liz and I's situation are. And we are two completely different women, literally different sides of the country and different, countries now. But even when she was here in America, I believe she was in Texas when she was dealing with Landon, because that's where Landon's family was. Like, there is no way. Like, remember when I was like, it's like Landon said, hold my beer. And I'm still so shook at her story. And I know that stream where I reacted to her stream is like 4 hours long. But really, you guys, I mean, I would go back and watch that, because it's an archetype of man that does this. And when you truly realize that you really can't protect your child from the dynamic, when you realize that you really can't, you can live a different life on the other side and have your peace and all that stuff. And that's a nice experience. And that is great for the child, right? But the minute you leave your peace and the minute you leave your tranquility and your back, and see, this is what's fucked up. Even with those exchanges, even when they're like 5, they should never be fucking 10 minutes long. Even those little 5-minute exchanges, you got to think about the lasting damage it has on the child. Because I'm going to give you an example. When I would have my outings with my dad when I was a child, and me and my dad would go and have so much fun. Like, my dad would take me shopping, and we would have so much fun. And the minute he would drop me off to my mom's house, my other grandmother's house, and that bitch would start an argument, that bitch would throw a dig, that bitch would throw an insult, that bitch would really, she would try to start arguments. Even though I had maybe a beautiful day or even a weekend with my dad, the minute I got back in that toxic environment, it sucks and drains your energy. That's what toxic people and environments do. Duh. Like, have people learned nothing? And children being subjected to that shit during the sensitive stages of their childhood is gross. It's really disgusting. Like, it's disgusting. And it's like, I remember those feelings as a kid when I would go out with my dad, I would have the best weekend ever. And the minute I got back around my grandma, it's like that shit almost never existed. And then I would just be in my room like, dang, I can't wait to see dad again. Dang, I can't wait to try to go out again. I wonder when I'm going to see him again. And then I go back to feeling sad. Like, that's what these dynamics do to your kids. And I'm sorry, you telling me that you wanting to participate in that? and subject your child to that through your participation, knowing what's happening. Hey, Callie, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Mira. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oh, Mira. Okay, hey, girl. Hey, boo. I'm cool. And you telling me you want to subject your kids to that? There is something that happens that clicks together when you realize you can't really protect your child from this horrible dynamic. And when you realize that, it becomes less about the fight and more about preservation. Because some people, and that's what I'm seeing with their opinions, they get so lost and caught up in the fight, they lose sight of preservation, especially self-preservation. Absolutely not. And then we see how I'm an adult. I am 36 years old, and I can still vividly remember all those exchanges that my dad used to do with me. And when he would drop me off to my grandmother, and the shit would turn toxic. And I still remember how that made me feel. I still remember how some of those things even went down. That is the long-lasting trauma that people are putting on to their kids when they subject themselves to the dynamics. And it's a shame that this is how bitter people seek control, because they seek destruction.
But if the parent already has custody and they're fighting for 100% custody, and it's draining you emotionally, which is making you a worse parent for your child.
Listen to this.
It's draining you. He had custody. He had custody already. Like, the only way that not the only way, but in most cases, the only way that I would be like, no, maybe that's a bad idea, is if you are successfully keeping the abusive parent away from the child, like 100%. Then I'm like, okay, like, all right, keep fighting the good fight. But if the parent already has custody and they're fighting for 100% custody, and it's draining you emotionally, which is making you a worse parent for your child, it's draining you financially, which is making you a worse parent for your child, and the child, like she just talked about, the child is not getting their needs met because of all of this, because of all the litigation and all the red tape and all of that stuff. Give the baby up. I mean, I shouldn't say give the baby up, but if you give the baby up, what's wrong with that? That is a calculated risk. You got to take it. Some people take the risk, some people don't. I understand both ways. But I'm definitely not about to sit here and vilify the women who do that. Like, what the fuck? You're insane. You're insane. You are doing the bidding of the patriarchy. You are doing the bidding of misogynistic men.
It's crazy that him as a man can speak on this.
Like, fuck out of here. Absolutely not. Shout out to all the mothers that had enough strength to give up 100% of custody for their babies. That's how I'm framing that from now on. Shout out to all the mothers that had the strength to give up 100% of their custody. And you bitch ass loser men who gave up 100% because y'all don't want to pay for nothing, fuck you, this don't apply to you. Shout out to all the mothers who had enough strength to choose to understand that it actually was causing more harm to keep fighting. Because I know that is a hard realization to come to. I couldn't fucking imagine. I can't imagine.
You see through it eventually.
And I respect them for it.
You see through it.
Any man that's demonizing them, any man that's vilifying them, stop. Stop. Attack those men. Attack the baby daddies. Attack the system. Because those are the culprits, not the women, not the mothers.
Yep.
Trust me, it ain't the mothers.
The women just come public about it.
Some mothers who don't want to have nothing to do with their baby.
And that's the thing. Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky I'm the type of bitch that I am. Not necessarily the free spirits, because I love y'all. And I have so much support on this platform. That's why I'm able to come and be so open. I get a lot of support and love. But people who want to villainize me, bitch, I've always been the villain. What? I've always been the bad guy. I've always been the most horrible bitch. I mean, I think it's kind of cute and new how y'all call me narcissistic. That's interesting. But I've always been the villain. I've always been hated so much. I thank God that I'm a bitch that doesn't really care what people think. And I honestly really do thank God that I'm at a point now where I can react and laugh and drag a bitch and go off and treat it like it's nothing now. Because I used to couldn't handle that. And y'all know that. But especially in my circumstances, absolutely not. Because none of you bitches had to go through what I had to go through. And what I'm not going to do is have people who I knew, like, if you know that there's a target on you, you remove yourself as the target. Or if you realize that people are targeting you through your child or even through other things, you remove it. Because I didn't go through everything that I had to go through. I didn't get this far just to continue to be tethered and abused and fucked with through my kid just for trying to be present for my child. Because I'm pretty sure some of you bitches were the same bitches that was like, I'm always going to be present for my baby. Regardless of how the dynamic shifts and changes or whatever, I'm always going to be here. But I'm not going to subject my child to this shit. Some of you bitches were like, you're barely present as it is. You should. So it shows me that, like, what I think I really did is I triggered y'all by being able to take the narrative away. Because y'all will never know. I even said in my stream, didn't I say, no more puppet for me? And that really meant, like, on the platform, really. And also, I'm at my wit's end and willing to walk away if need be. Oh, fuck y'all. But I also said that I wasn't certain if I would see my child again soon or not. I said that. And the fact that you bitches got your panties in a twist and jumped on that over the weekend before anything was even submitted shows me more about y'all and your fucking narratives and what you all were always wanting to say anyway. I gave it to you, bitch. I gave it to you. Because after the last weekend, unless you want to cover this stuff where I'm talking about other videos, oh, thank you guys for the likes and the hearts. I see them again. Thank you guys for the likes and the hearts. I see them again in the corner. Thank y'all so much. I see them. Thank you guys. Girl, as soon as you said that, they took it and ran with it. Over the weekend, before anything was officialized, before anything was submitted, before any changes, and I even said in the exact same stream, I don't know if I'm going to see my child soon or not. Mind you, those of you all who've been here, and I know that my chat is here, and y'all, you know, whether you're busy or whatever, I would really appreciate if my chat got active, because I'm about to ask y'all another question. As you can. But those who've been here, that stream that I did on Friday evening, in that stream, did I really say anything new? Aside from just, you know, what happened that day. You know, like the new update. But was anything in that stream something that you had not heard me say before on this platform? Especially in regards to this dynamic with my ex. Was anything that I said new? Like at all? You didn't. I didn't say anything new. Because those of you guys who've been here have seen it play out. And that's kind of the problem. And I get it that like girl world people do this, which is why we'll get to Omegon's video in a bit. I have another video I want to review of Liz's, but we'll get to Omegon's video in a bit. Because y'all jumped and made assumptions and dragged it out and was really quick to say, oh, you're abandoning the kid again and you're doing this before anything was suspended. And I'm purposefully not going to update y'all on this platform as far as what happens and how it happens for numerous reasons. And it also takes that shit away from my ex, like I've said. Because motherfuckers need to calm their obsession down. Motherhood brings some sickness out of people. Especially people who are jealous of you, people who envy you, and men who seek to control and like try to ridicule you. Remember, I saw the darkness first. I saw two people who were the closest to me, two people who I love so much, two people to where I genuinely considered them family, which is why I was okay with starting my family with these people. I'm like, these people have always been in my life. These people have always been here. Well, I might as well. I love these people. And I have seen, and I had never seen, right? I only witnessed the darkest sides of them after I became a mother. And even for that, I have no forgiveness. Especially, and I mentioned Kaila, but especially her. She's annoying. You know, she always has been. Like, whatever. She talks too fucking much about shit she doesn't know. She's kind of annoying. She's like an up your ass friend. But even that's not that bad because she did have her good qualities. But I saw the ugliest, darkest shit. Just like Liz with her fucking caretaker who set her up to rob her with a newborn. And the nanny is sitting there holding the child. Why don't you call the police yourself? Like a horror movie. It's the spiritual warfare that's surfacing up for you to move through, because unfortunately, especially if you had a child with the wrong person, and this is what so many women talk about, the repercussions. You have a child with the repercussion with the wrong person, you're going to face those repercussions in so many different areas of life. It's going to show very quickly, because some of these men are not meant to really procreate. Some of these men have really heavy, dark shit on them that was never supposed to repeat. Especially if they're so subconsciously committed to repeating the family generational, cycles and curses. But like, I saw the darkest side of people when I became a mother. And it was crazy because I was needing help. I was needing support. I was needing understanding. My child needed the help, the support, the understanding. But I was just needing support. I was just wanting understanding. I was just wanting presence, honestly. Like presence, like, and asking these people for that, especially my ex, because remember, he would rather go drink with the homies and all that fuck shit, was too much. And then it's like, when you leave and then you build from nothing, you actually realize how you and your child never deserved that shit. And then you realize how motherhood is supposed to be soft. There are so many different like milestone moments. There's so many like different like, ebbs and flows of motherhood that should be protected, not exploited. And when you're dealing with people who would rather exploit you than support you, those are not your people. They deserve no mercy when it comes to separation. They deserve no fucking mercy. Like, at all. good riddance, regardless of what it takes, because I never deserved that shit to begin with, and my child sure as fuck never deserved that shit to begin with, and good luck with it since you wanted it so bad. Because absolutely the fuck not. Let's go to Liz's drama video. Because I want to read the comments, because it's crazy. It's like exactly what people try to say about me. And I'm just like, wow, like this is a fucking mindset. I do think that this fucking I do think that these type of subtitles and shit, this is obnoxious. Like, I get it, she gotta get her views and she gotta get her tea, but like, girl, not fuck the kid, not fuck fuck them kids, not girl. So let's listen to it. This is crazy.
Just ungrateful. I will not be blackmailed with my own child that I almost died putting on this earth. It got worse and worse.
Women are learning that you do not have to suffer consequences just because you've made poor decisions.
So the Wizard Liz is openly advocating for mothers in, high conflict situations, just handing the baby over to the father. She's recommending that everyone follow her example and just walk away. I'm not sure if she means it or she's just messing with him. Maybe a combination.
No woman
of
is
both,
just messing with the man when they do this. Like, women get fucking tired. Nobody, they ain't got time to mess with your dumb ass.
Another turn, and somehow the situation keeps getting messier by the day.
Oh, let me link it in my chat. Sorry, you guys. Let me link it in my chat. Sorry. I try to keep y'all updated as we follow along. Y'all like how I pinned Wikipedia's link or whatever to my shit, and I said Nikki's raggedy ass links. Girl.
Over to the father. She's recommending that everyone follow her example and just walk away. I'm not sure if she means it or she's just messing with him.
No, a lot of women do mean that.
But
you guys, this Wizard Liz drama has taken yet another turn, and somehow the situation keeps getting messier by the day. Liz is now addressing the claims she abandoned her child.
I abandoned my child. No, I abandoned myself. Staying through all of the bullshit for my child.
Girl. Not the damn Wi-Fi, bitch.
I abandoned my child. No, I abandoned myself. Staying through all of the bullshit for my child. I want to say to every single woman, if a man is blackmailing you with your child, give them the child. Let these men be single parents. We need to stop doing what our mother has done, what our grandmother has done. My mother stayed for 25 years with a man and let herself get abused because she was scared of the children being taken. I will not be blackmailed with my own child that I almost...
The only real judgment I can pass in these situations is that I wouldn't give up a child so you wouldn't relinquish the custody. You can be present, but I also think that when give up Oh, you wouldn't give up a girl child easily. You know, she has a son. I thought she had a girl too. She has a son. She has a son. And that's the thing. We have briefly spoken on that. I think I've said before on my platform that these men, especially the hardcore misogynist men who act like this and do this type of dumb shit, it's something about the boys. Now, I do believe that boys need their fathers in their life. I believe that both parents should be in the child's life, period. I've always believed that. Now, and that's where the struggle is too. And that's another place, and that's another way that I can identify with Liz, because it's like, okay, she has a son. We can only teach them to be men to a certain extent, but like for our sons, it's the softness and the nurturing that add to whatever that balance or dynamic is. Because you guys have heard me say that with my son. Like, I don't really know how to teach him how to be a man, but I know one of the best things that I can do is just level up my life and level up myself. And I thank God for my man, especially because I'm in a healthier relationship, a healthy dynamic, and, you know, a very, very loving relationship, right? And that's a blessing, especially after everything that I went through. I do believe that that's one of the best things I can provide my son. Honestly, I think that yes, this house or whatever, but you know, eventually I was going to always work on it, all those things, right? But like me leveling up and pouring back the self-love, the self-respect, leveling up into my new relationship, getting my ass into school. You say maybe my perspective would be different if I had a son. No. I think your perspective is valid. And I think that it is something with the girls or whatever. I'm going to just speak on, like, you know, having a son, and then I'm going to get into it, because I also feel like these men, if you had daughters with them, they wouldn't fight as hard. In fact, that's one of the arguments that I had a while back with my ex. Not a while back, but like years ago. When he used to threaten custody, I'm like, if I was having a little girl, you wouldn't fight me for custody. You wouldn't care, because you don't care about women. That's not true. I don't know. I would just figure it out. But you just said it. You would just figure it out, but you wouldn't be fighting me for custody. Like, these men, like, it's just something about that firstborn son with them. And I think if they already have abandonment wounds already, especially if that man is not close with his father, especially if that man has both mother and father wounds, because unfortunately both his parents were fucked up, I think with that, it triggers something in them to do that. And I do believe fathers need to be in the little boy's life, but I don't think that these men would be fighting as hard for daughters. And think about all of the dynamics that we've actually discussed. And that's a theme here. I think Danny is the pointed out. Danny, weren't you the one who said it's so weird how in all these situations everybody had a firstborn son? The 2K situation, they had a son. Oscar Wilde's situation, they had a son. Wizard Liz, obviously she had a son. I thought she had a girl all this time too, which is why I was even more shook. But no, they had a son. I obviously have a son, right? And it's no secret that, like, you know, little boys, I mean, and a lot of, you know, little boys or whatever, they become mama's boys anyway, especially if they love and bond with the mother and everything. You say, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I remember. And it's interesting how intense these dynamics get when it's a firstborn son. But I think it's honestly something that triggers in these men or whatever. Now, Oscar Wilde's situation is, I'm going to say his situation is different because he's an honest, upstanding man. Y'all, do y'all know that Oscar Wilde is 41 and looks that great? Girl. I ain't trying to say nothing because y'all know I'm committed to my man. But like, honestly, his situation is different because he actually went through real hell just trying to be in the child's life. And he actually, remember his situation, he did not even want sole custody at first. He just wanted to be a part of the kid's life. I was like, okay, where I gotta show up, where I gotta go, like, what's the tea here? Like, what's the tea? Like, right? You know, like, and he only stepped in for custody even after everything that happened when he found out that CPS had put his child in their custody 3 times while being over there at the mom's house, which is insanity, like, which is crazy. And it's so sad with MJ. Like, MJ is crazy because where, you know, so many people are used to these, like, you know, more toxic, you know, baby daddy, baby mama situations. You say, I keep my hands to myself, but I still have eyes type shit. Girl, right? Girl, Oscar Wilde looks amazing. And honestly, his character makes him even more attractive. Like, that is so, like, hot. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, that shit is hot. Like, you got a good man. The man is over there teaching the baby how to DJ. And then MJ is like, I'm ripping and running the streets. Girl. Like, what? Like, and like, it's crazy as fuck. He over there teaching the baby how to DJ. And remember that video that we watched of Oscar Wilde where he was flexing? He's like, my kid is top this, leading reading score, leading this. I'm like, damn, so you got a healthy environment. Your kid ain't behind. Your baby ain't struggling with you because you're clearly going that hard. Clearly. And then MJ is out here ripping around the streets and pregnant by a fucking Dusty while she got a good man at home. I'm sorry, but if Oscar Wilde, like, and I said this before, if my situation was like the Oscar Wilde situation, bitch, I don't even know if I would be on the internet. I'd be over there blowing his whole shit up. I'm like, hey, he would get sick of me. Because good men are hard to find. You know what I mean? Good men are hard to come by. They are. And that's why when you come across an actual good one, and then you feel the calmness and the love and the acceptance and the appreciation, you just don't leave. You don't turn back because you're experiencing that. That's why I'm so damn down with my man. And I will always pipe up about him because he deserves it. That's why I always pipe up about my man. I always, and I will never stop until he gives me a reason to stop. But I don't think he's given me a reason. Like, you know what I mean? Because men like that are rare. Especially, I mean, even the public offender said it himself. Most of these men don't even want the kids, let alone know what the fuck they're doing. Especially if they're just trying to spite the mother. So when you find those men that are actually trying to be present for their kids and like really making a positive impact on the child's life. I mean, Oscar Wilde went through so much shit. He didn't even know if his son was his. He went through so much bullshit. He didn't even know if his son was his, y'all. How many DNA tests? How many court petitions? That man went through it for 3 years, he said. And I remember some of his custody stuff. And then now here it is years later, he's finally gotten his custody and he's trying to make his son as happy and as rich and honestly nurtured as possible, even as a single father with a growing platform. You know what I mean? And at least he's blessed enough to be doing the DJ TikTok. And I mean, he books shows too. But it's like, that is so rare. And it's crazy because Oscar Wilde, I'm going to be honest, with all the shit that he went through, and especially because MJ is out here for the streets, y'all. You know, I know we played a little bit of the Dumb Blonde podcast, and maybe we'll come back to that or whatever, because, girl, you know I could go on rants. But, like, she is out here for the streets and pregnant by a fucking Dusty. Oscar Wilde would have reasons to be bitter, and he doesn't start shit with that woman. Do you know that even when he's defending himself against their dynamic, even when Oscar Wilde is defending himself against their dynamic and all this shit, he does not insult that woman. He doesn't even really name her. he keeps his decorum and his composure every single time. Even when you see he's fed up, tired, like that video, he's like, this person's allowed to see their son whenever they want to. He's like, she literally just doesn't come around and she's not interested. And she's told me that she's not interested, but yet she's pregnant. She couldn't even tell me or her son that they have a sibling. He's like, she doesn't care. Like, he's truly about the child. Like, you know, and he has a reason to be bitter because this bitch was out here ripping and running the streets, did him bogus. We even watched the video where he was all, it's so sad, man. I feel for him. I've gained a lot more respect for him, even after all these years of following him, watching his story. But we saw the video where he was giddy, girl, like giddy like a little school kid about, yeah, I'm excited to co-parent with MJ. Like, it's almost like he had a crush or whatever. And who knows, maybe he still had feelings. And that's his fucking business. But like, he's like, yeah, I'm excited to co-parent with MJ. And I think we're going to get off to a great start. And this is going to be so great for our son. And I'm just so happy that I can finally be there. And she played him. The man ended up not even being able to get a goddamn FaceTime call. I'm sorry, but the fact that that man has not blown up the world is a really it's a real testament to his character. And that's why I don't have respect for Liz's ex, Landon. I don't fucking have any goddamn respect for even my ex. I don't have hey Ashley baby, hey boo. Hey boo. I don't have respect because these bitch ass men who put the stress on women and put the stress of the co-parenting dynamic and make it worse, they're doing it for next to nothing. They're doing it simply out of the pure bitterness, immaturity, and emotional unintelligence that they have. These dynamics do not have to be this hard. We see the examples. And that's where my points come in. These dynamics do not have to be this fucking difficult. And it's great to see you, Ashley. Have you been catching up, baby? I did a drama stream last night. I came on here cussing hoes out. Like old school Cali. Yelling and cussing and being a bitch. Girl. It got a little ghetto. You say, ooh, I missed it. Girl, do you know I ended up dragging that Wikipedia bitch? Because do you know that she tried getting involved in the DCFS shit that happened with me last year? And of course, I just recently found out because I've been going through her streams because, you know, I was thinking about going through some of her past streams and having a laugh with y'all, bitch. And then as I was doing that or whatever, and plus people had told me that she was doing this anyway, but then I looked into it myself. I'm like, oh, this bitch actually was doing that. So let me fucking go in on her. You say what? Nah, girl. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And I dragged her down to her fucking character. You know how I do when I really go in on a bitch. I dragged her down to her life, her lifestyle, and her character, bitch. Oh, pick me ass, bitch. I did, girl. But now, right now we talking more about Wizard Liz, and we talking more about these custodial dynamics and stuff. But Wizard Liz for real, because she's coming under, while she has a lot of support, same thing, she's coming under a lot of scrutiny. Also, girl, do you know that Omegon supposedly made a video about me, bitch? But see, I might have to go in on him a little bit. I just hope that because if I have to drag him, I don't think I have to. I don't think he's trying to go real life with me or whatever. But like, Omega made a video on me, bitch. You said you are a queen. You say, go get her, girl. She messed with the wrong one. Girl, you know I'm not the type of bitch to go real life with. And do you know I didn't even dox the bitch? It's like, come on now. I could really FFG y'all's asses. Come on now. Because this is like, I'm not trying to bring all of old school Cali back because I don't want to be off the platform. I want to be able to come back tomorrow. I think that would be efficient. But I'm not the type of bitch to go real life with. I've never been the type because I'm literally insane. Like, I'll take it to fucking hell. And I didn't dox her. But I looked into her life. There's stuff about her out there and I talked about it. You say you are a queen, girl, period. But Omega made a video on me, and I think that I don't think I'm going to have to drag him. We'll see how I react or whatever. I'm interested to hear his thoughts. do you know he made a 13-minute video on me? It's a very small video though, like it's even small performing in views. And I don't know. I think it's Omegon, allegedly, I'll say, because I don't know if it's like a troll thing or whatever. But I'll miss you, girl. No! No, girl! No, Fizzy! I'm not gonna be out here doxing. I'm not! Not Fizzy with the candles in the chat. I'll miss you, girl. No! Girl, I'm not trying to get so canceled to where I'm yeeted off the platform. We are not going back to them days. My channel ain't even had a goddamn strike or nothing. Like, my channel's been actually really well performing lately. Have you guys noticed that? Like, my engagement has been going up. I think more of you guys have been getting the notifications. I am, like, more active. I'm back to doing the same things or whatever. But, like, my channel's fucking growing. Like, girl, now we at 24.8K subs or whatever. Y'all know I got that try-on haul that's got like hella views, still going strong. Thank y'all for showing up. And I love the fact that people are showing up while I'm talking about real shit. I like that, because that means that, you know, hopefully somewhere, you know, like how that one girl came into my chat saying that she's going through a very similar situation with her ex, and her child's father. And listening to my story feels relatable and gives her some solace and some hope. And I'm like, girl, leave. Leave. We love you, girl. Morgan Freeman. She did, in fact, end up going back to those days. No! I'm not gonna start doxing people! She did, in fact. No! Yeah, and remember when I was dragging Kai, and you lucky I didn't FFG your ass, 'cause I was so tempted to put your shit. I was about to put all the deposits to Kai out there and everything, bitch. Like, I was about to fucking put all that shit out there. We love you, girl. You kind of look like Terry Joe. Who is Terry Joe? I don't know who that is, child. I had fun last night. It felt good to go off. I'm like, yeah, I got some, like, I'm kind of tired of taking in everybody's vitriol. I got vitriol for you bitches.
After I had to leave for my visa, that I abandoned my child.
And there's two differing opinions here. One, you have some being like, stop fighting for the human you brought into this life just because it is hard. What kind of advice is this? And two,
so many people have that opinion.
Oh my god, she is literally.
So many people have, get a nice gray hoodie ready for that apology video too. No, the only true Russian queen. Not, child. See, absolutely not. Like, you know, it's so unfortunate. I'll have to. I don't even know who Terry Joe is. The true white Christian queen.
So iconic. So recently, Liz sparked another wave of backlash after posting a video that many viewers interpreted as her essentially saying, "F my kid, let my baby daddy deal with the consequences of his actions." I mean, this was the TikTok she posted. The caption of the video read, "Me after my baby daddy's telling me I'll need to pay $5,000 to $10,000 a month in child support." She captioned it, "Bitch, bye."
Girl, fuck them kids and fuck you too.
All I have to say, you guys, is this poor baby, this poor child. I'm so sorry this baby has to be caught in the middle of this tumultuous relationship between these parents, and unfortunately, it looks like will continue to be caught in the crossfire for the rest of his life. And just to give you guys a feel about the public sentiment, here were the top comments. Why would you post this? So this is your content now?
You said I wasn't too sure if that was an inside joke or not. No, girl, no, because no, I think everybody remembers how often I used to get canceled. Like, bitch, I bled subs. Remember how 2020 was like the mass cancellation of like literally everybody online? Bitch, I had already went through a cancellation and bled subs before 2020. I think it was with the Repzilla bullshit, right? Wasn't the Repzilla bullshit my very first drama? Right? Wasn't that my first drama? That's as far back as I can remember. And like, I've been canceled, bitch, I have gone through so many cancellations, like off and on over the last 10 years. I have been canceled so much. Trisha Paytas ain't got shit on me. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, but people be getting mad. But I did used to be a terror. Especially when I was on my, especially back when I was on my FFG shit, I did used to be a terror. Now, I'm not trying to necessarily terrorize people anymore. I don't want to terrorize anyone. I can, but see, I can practice restraint because I'm really not the same bitch that I was 5 minutes ago. Y'all remember when we used to make that joke about Chantal? I am not like, especially when Chantal. God, I miss some of this stuff. When Chantal would fucking be posting all those community tabs and deleting them. And Chantal would be deleting streams. Some of them videos I probably should have kept up on this channel just for the laughs. And I'll never forget when Chantal's ass came on here after like a whole like 24-hour like post and delete spree. Like the bitch was going off for like a whole day. We had to catch up with her the next day. And and Chantal, I am not the same person I was a few. Life is about constantly evolving, and I should be allowed to grow and change as a person. I am not the same woman I was 3 hours ago. I said, bitch. That was my favorite Chantal moment. That was my favorite Chantal moment, even more than when she used to argue and shit with Nader. Bitch, I'll never forget when she left Nader's house and she was streaming and then she turned right back around after leaving his house to go argue with him. You say narrow it down. That was at least a monthly occurrence. No! Unflow wasn't even that precise. Girl! Girl, yes. You say, I remember. You do. And I told you you weren't the same person you were. Yes. Are you the one who's told? That joke came from you, Fizzy? I knew that joke came from somewhere. Is that our joke? Oh, that's even more iconic. Bitch, I said that shit last night in our stream. That joke came from you? You said that I wasn't the same person I was 5 minutes ago. Bitch, that's iconic. That's iconic. That came from us? Oh, I love us. Chantal is wild. She's always been unhinged. I think the first and now here come Austin. I think the first time you got canceled was for being too nice to Amber. I remember that. And I thought that shit was weird. Because the community was different. You said you were on some fuck shit that night. I do be on my bullshit. I got it. That joke came from us. Oh, bitch, I sure said it. I said that shit last night while dragging Nikki. I love that we still have all of our inside jokes. I thought it was a Chantal thing, but I love it even more that it came from us. I love you guys. Seriously. Oh my God. Like, we have the best time. We be having a time. Iconic. Austin, yes. But the community was different back then. It was different. Like, it's so weird. That's what drew me to the Amber community. And I was watching her anyway, casually. I would catch up with her and all that stuff. Because I saw her, you know, she a big girl. She was struggling and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, I want her to be okay. And all this shit. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm watching YouTube a lot. That's why I got into YouTube. I'm like, well, I watch so much YouTube and I love it so much. And I'm always on social media. I might as well get into the content, right? And I never knew reactions were a thing. Remember when I told you guys I never knew reactions were a thing? Because I was on a different side of YouTube. But then when I started doing fucking reaction, and then when I really started doing drama videos, bitch, like, remember when I found the bottom of the barrel drama community? God, I had a couple run-ins with like MFW and shit, not directly, but remember when, never forget when Katie had fucking wandered her little trashy way to Michael B. channel? Girl, that was, I think she fucking said the N-word on his channel, and it was so embarrassing. He had to get that bitch off. Remember? And then it's like, if you had looked into Katie, because remember, Katie got her clout from Peter Mon. And Peter Mon would shout her out all the time. And then the whole time, Katie's a goddamn bro. And, it's like, because like once you looked into MFW, that's when you found the bottom of the barrel of seedy drama community. And y'all know what I'm talking about. He who should not be named. All them niggas over there, absolutely not. You say, I tried to turn the freaks against you in chat, but it's like herding cats. No! You were just tired of my shit, girl. You say, remember when you were doing music video reactions for like 5 seconds? Dude, because those get copyrighted. Those get a lot of restrictions. And yeah, I kept a lot of my music video reactions up. I enjoyed reacting to music videos. Now, maybe the times have changed or whatever. I mean, and we'll see, because I'm still looking into getting a newer computer and upgrading my system. And I'll let you guys know when I do that, because I do kind of want to bring StreamYard back and just, you know what I'm saying, go and sit at the desk and vibe with y'all and shit. Like, that I can do, because I do still react. I mean, I'm reacting right now to Wizard Liz and just giving my thoughts, right? Like, I'm doing reactions still, just like off the iPad, like when I first started. Because I just kind of chill now. But I wouldn't mind, like Drake's fucking album, like how he has a music video for every single song. That would have been fucking cool as shit to react to. I'm not even gonna lie. And like, I get notifications when all my favorite people drop, whether it's Future, Drake, or Chevelle, or anybody else that I love. Like, I'm hoping times have changed. I mean, you guys see how my music fucking Get Ready With Me's get fucking banned to hell and back, and all of this shit. I would like to try that again too. But like, so sometimes with music videos, either the copyright goes through or not. Those videos 9 times out of 10 are almost never monetized. And if you want to monetize them, especially if they reach a certain level of views, like how I have some music video reactions that are close to like 10K views, right? You have to do like a copyright submission thing. You have to ask for the permissions or whatever. And those don't always get approved. That's why like I'm so proud of No Life Shaq, but that's another reason why he's so successful, because you know, he reacted to Eminem so much. And he literally like Shady Records, like fucking he has permissions from Shady Records. Like, he can react to anything shady and anything under that label forever. And that actually happened pretty early on. That was shortly after the fucking MGK and Eminem beef. Y'all remember? You say you don't gotta tell me, girl. That's my entire channel, music video reactions. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that you did that with the K-pop shit. Damn. And yes, you've got into your own fair share of drama and shit too. Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, your K-pop reactions, baby. Yeah, but like, it's something I wouldn't mind trying to do it again. Do you feel like times have changed? I need to fucking like get up on your channel. I'm sorry, Austin. Let me go click on you. I forget you do I forgot. Y'all want to see how cute Austin is? Austin, can I play one of your videos? You say no, the copyright has gotten worse. Really? Really, it's gotten worse? Damn. Y'all want to see how cute Austin is? Have y'all seen Austin? Let me link his shit in the chat. Here. Oh, I'm about to stand Austin. I love everybody equally. Girl, don't be playing my videos. I'm a privacy strike you. Really? I can't play your videos? For real? Are you shy? I'm gonna link your channel. Or are you playing? You know my ass can't tell. Austin is cute. Austin, quit messing with me. You know my ass ain't calibrated yet. I can't tell. Don't play with me too hard in the morning. This ain't finished yet. It ain't finished. My brain literally don't work properly until the pink drink is finished. I have become dependent. I want to show them you. I'm gonna show y'all. Austin's cute. Whatever. How you gonna have a public channel and tell me not to play you and you gonna privacy strike me? So now I guess we get into drama. You say just link my channel. I'm not trying to watch myself right now. Oh, okay. Well, I put Austin's link in the channel or whatever. LMAO. I'll pause the screen. You say, oh, you love K-pop? Yes, he loves K-pop. Austin's a sweetie. Austin is really cute. He's a sweetheart. As y'all can see, I mean, I know he's sassy and he just be sassing the hell out of my ass. I mean, oh my God, every day with the sass. But y'all look, this is Austin. He's so cute. Y'all see him? That's Austin. I paused it and I muted it, and my channel bigger than all you hoes. I know! Austin has 65.3K. Yes. Austin is cute. But I didn't play your voice or anything. I'm not trying to have you be weird about it or whatever. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but I've always thought that you were adorable. And everything. Y'all know Austin is like my fave. I stan Austin. Y'all, let me finish this Wizard Liz drama, girl. I be getting so damn distracted, child. But yeah, y'all know Austin's one of my day ones. Like, Austin has always, literally always been here. And I'm so mad. Like, and Austin, thank you for humbling me. And thank you for holding me accountable, because I can't fucking believe. Y'all remember when I came back last year, Austin had to tell me because about the whole Massachusetts shit. He's like, yeah, girl, you told me to. He's like, girl, you told me to fuck off and die mad. And I'm like, I told Austin. I'm like, that's how you know my ass really. And went off the deep end. I'm like, I told Austin to fuck off and die mad of all people. I'm sorry, babe. That was a rough time. But I'll never do it again, obviously. I remember that shit.
Comments, why would you post this? So this is your content now. As I mentioned, the internet was split. Some people were like, whoa, you're taking this way too far. Go make an effort to get your child back. Don't give up. Mother, by the way, what did the kid do though? It's okay to take a break from the internet. And then you had others.
You say precious memories. And what's so fucked up is the fact that y'all remembered and I just didn't. I did not remember. That's bad. But I used to go off to the point of damn near blacking out en masse. I was so fucking angry. Like, and I was fucking fighting so many people. I was fighting numerous battles at once. I was fighting in court. I was fighting bitches. I'm fighting in real life. I'm dealing with the breakup with Shay. I'm just fighting. The wig was busy, bitch. The wig was busy as hell fighting. Like, did it hold my comment? Oh, you said something, babe? Oh, it might have. You might gotta say it a different way. What'd you say? I didn't see it. Damn. I'm always gonna be sorry, Austin. I remember last year, he's like, yeah, Kelly, I remember you told me to fuck off and die mad. You were like, you told me to suck a dick and suck dick and die mad. Austin! No! I'm sorry, babe. You told me to suck dick and die mad. I can't even believe that I didn't recognize that it was you. Now that's iconic. No, it's not. No. And I was Callie, you transphobic, and you were No. And I said, Callie, you transphobic, and you responded with some homophobia. Icon. Austin, it's the fact that you even took me back after that. It's the fact that you even took me back after that. Staying canceled. I just can't believe y'all know how like shit was, and I don't want to bring it up, that much, whatever, but that's how far, and I can admit it, that's how far off the deep end I was in mass. It's like, because I've always loved my day ones. I normally remember you guys, always. And Austin was literally like one of my first, main active supporters. Like, Austin used to actually comment on my poetry and stuff. And so for me to snap at him, girl, a true friend will call your ass out. And that's right. And that's right. And I'm happy you did, baby. I'm just so mad I didn't recognize you. Like, I was losing my shit. I was like, I don't even know. And then y'all know I can't have C straight. Like, especially with the tiny ass chat. So I can't even see shit. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, girl. I will always be, sorry and everything for that. But I'm happy we got back right. That's what it's all about. And I've obviously never crossed you again and won't. You weren't the same person, of course. That's what I should have told Austin. Austin, actually, Austin, I'm not the same person I was a second ago. I'm not the same person I was 5 seconds ago. I should have did a community tab post. I should have did a community tab. I would have apologized to Austin as I am not the same bitch I was 5 seconds ago. It would have got reported. You weren't the same person, of course. Austin is benevolent, yes, but petty enough not to allow you to forget. No, because he reminded me last year when I started piping up about my shit. And I needed that because I'm like, oh my God, because like that's when we were all talking, and because remember last year, that's when we kind of like all reconnected as a community. Because I was back active, and plus I want to talk to y'all again. And y'all were reminding me of some of them fucking crazy times in mass. And I was like, and dude, sometimes when y'all brought up, and that's the sad part. Sometimes when y'all brought some of that shit up, like I had literally forgot. Like I had no recollection. Things that I couldn't even fathom. I was like, what? I did what? I said what? Because I would be so I was irate, bro. Like I was literally irate in mass. Like I was pissed like every day. Like right now, like, yeah, I have some rage. I'm angry, but it's channeled rage, right? I'm not going to lash out at everybody. Like in mass, I was lashing out at everyone. It had gotten so bad. And it's so bad because it's like, I had never even experienced it on my channel. Even though I was bleeding subs, and yeah, I dealt with a lot of the spam bots and stuff, or whatever that shit was when the trolls flood your chat, whether those are bots or whatever that is. I started not being able to tell who was real in my community and who wasn't. I only really remember Brooklyn, obviously Fizzy and shit, and Alex. And, those of you, and if I forgot to, name names just now or whatever, spare me or whatever. But like, then it's like also too, because remember when I told you all about fucking Allie and Meditating Cat and all of them? And then like they had got into my community and I didn't really know much about them. And then like we saw what happened there. Like I started not to be able to tell who my real ones were or weren't. And I had never experienced that on this channel because I've gone through some of everything. And I've always been able to tell who my real ones are. Now, I am welcoming to newer people or whatever, or I try to be, but it's like to get to a point to where I don't even recognize my own community anymore. Bitch, that was bad. And then it's like I had all these newcomers. That was the weirdest part. Like, remember when I told you about the Allie and the Meditating Cat shit? Those were newcomers and they came over just to start pure shit and chaos. And I let them in like besties, bro, which is crazy. Like, why did I let them in so fast? Times were warped back then. I thank God we don't go back to that. You say, yeah, you were in a dark place in Mass. The only reason I can understand you ended up with that man. Yeah, I know. You know, I know. And then it's like, but it's like I trusted him fully, you know, and I was a friend. You say you are. Michelle is newer and we love her. I love Michelle too. You say, now that was fucking crazy. You remember? You remember how crazy that shit was with the alley shit? And I remember, because Fizzy, that's back when you were in my Discord and you were a member. And I remember even Fizzy was like, I can't keep waking up to new bullshit every day. I just can't. Like, I remember Fizzy being like, because like when Allie and Kat flipped so fast, they flipped fast. And then like shit was on Twitter. Then they were feeding shit to other channels. And it was just psychotic. And I'm like, da-da-da-da-da. And then like, you know, I had my real queen of receipts, Alex, who was actually able to keep up with that better than even I was. And I'm like, y'all, this is happening. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, that was insane. Like, I'm so happy we just don't deal with that anymore. Like, now people want to drag me, and that's another thing too. With this round of drama or whatever people claim, I honestly am enjoying the fact that, because drag me all you want, I don't care. But I'm also very grateful that my community has been left alone. Like, for the most part, from what I'm aware of, people aren't trying to like dox y'all the house or threaten y'all or. Oh my God. Remember when people would make fake accounts of you guys and come in the chat? Remember when people would do that and I would only recognize y'all if y'all had the mod wrench? Do you guys remember that? They would make fake accounts of y'all. Like, remember I had like 5 different Alexes at one point. Bitch, it was cray. Like, absolutely not. You say she told everyone you were wishing her death because I posted my... Yes! I remember when that bitch said that. I remember when that bitch said that. Yeah, and Kelly is so mean to me. She would wish death on me and they would put Kim. I remember when that bitch said that shit. No. And then what's fucked up? No. Oh God. Now that I'm starting to remember. Remember when I made my video on it? And then people were like, yeah, Callie and her community are pretty fucked up. They're really fucking mean over there. They get into all the doxing. And I'm like, no, we don't. I'm like, it be me on bullshit, not my girls. It be me on the bullshit, not my people. Like, what? Like, you don't even go here. Oh, I remember when that bitch said that shit, bro. That was the craziest. And then she was getting support for it. That's what was even more insane. I can't believe she did that to you, Allie. Are y'all insane? Girl. Woo!
Children are a lot of...
Woo, took Cray to a new level.
Everyone mad, but this is my type of humor. As a woman, I'm with you. Always supporting Liz. #FLandon. In her recent YouTube video, she also made claims about her baby daddy having a weird obsession with her and trying to ruin her life. And from everything she's been sharing on social media recently, it seems like she's focused on taking her power back.
Yes.
I was in a situation with the father of my child where I had given birth and was in a country where I didn't have all of my rights, I didn't have my family. This guy basically decided to blackmail me with my child. If I don't do this, then he's gonna take my child. If I don't do this, then I'm gonna get deported. Then I was constantly thinking, okay, let me just try to be nice and choose.
Oh, she did screenshots. Oh my God. Ooh, I didn't see this, you guys. So Liz had posted the screenshots of Landon's text to her, how he would fucking blow her phone up. Oh, this is new tea. I didn't see this. I never saw these screenshots. I remember her referencing them, but I never saw them. I saw the text about him denying her, bringing her the baby. Ooh, so these were text messages he sent her, y'all. Liz is so beautiful. Oh my God, bitch. So Landon said, I want you to be happy, and I miss when you were happy with Giggle and Shining. I'm sorry for posting his face yesterday too. I wish I did that differently. I'm sorry for my part in this. That fucking line is like triggering as fuck. Oh, I hate arguing with a motherfucker. The motherfucker's like, oh, sorry for my part. Oh, I'm sorry for my dick. Oh, it's my fault for the. Oh, that's a bitch who lacks accountability, real accountability. Constantly running or fighting or trying to survive. I know we both are very tired. Ooh, I hate that manipulative ass language. I know we both are very tired and exhausted of all of it. Bitch, you started. Girl, absolutely not. Girl, absolutely not.
For everything, do everything
Wow.
he's gonna ask, so he will stop blackmailing. But guess what happened? It got worse and worse. And guess what happened even now? He went online and he literally said, after I had to leave for my visa, that I abandoned my child. I abandoned my child. No, I abandoned myself. Staying true.
In the comment section of this YouTube video, Liz made a lengthy statement writing, the fact that women have to deal with years upon years in court after giving birth and being postpartum is disgraceful.
Oh, yes, yes. This is that comment that was originally pinned, and this drama channel got it. Let me go back to it. That's right. She did have that comment. Remember I told y'all when we watched Liz's video like the other day or whatever, I couldn't find her comment anymore. Girl, you can always rely on a drama channel to get it. They be getting the receipts, okay?
In the comment section of this YouTube video, Liz made a lengthy statement writing, the fact that women have to deal with years upon years in court after giving birth and being postpartum is disgraceful. The system clearly doesn't care about women, and if men were the ones giving birth, this wouldn't even be a possibility.
It's the truth.
US court a separate video about that alone. I went to the US because my ex begged me to let him be a father, and I thought it would be selfish to take away a father from my son. Very big mistake. He stopped providing completely when I posted about the cheating online, and I was okay with that because I didn't want to be with him. He just wanted to be a father. We were never together afterwards, but we were trying to raise our child together. Now, the reason she says this is because Landon had posted this photo where it seemed like they were cuddled up together on the couch with their baby, and people were like, what kind of co-parenting is this? Because Liz heavily emphasized that she would never go back to her cheating baby daddy. She said, I was paying for everything and for my child while my ex was spending his money recklessly on lawsuits with me and others. I started my visa process 1 month into being in the US, and everything I did was advised by lawyers. He knew I had to leave for my visa and refused to get my child a passport so I could take him. There is no way for me to get my child out of the country unless my ex decides to bring me my child. I have been asking him for the past 6 weeks, and I was met with gaslighting and manipulation. I have offered $300,000 to buy my child from him, and even then it wasn't enough because he only agreed to give him for a year and not fully leave me alone. I had 4 lawyers, immigration and family law. I've spoken to the embassy and no one seems to be
because they don't view the emotional abuse and the disruption as a danger to the child, and that's a big problem with the system.
It wasn't enough because he only agreed to give him for a year and not fully leave me alone. I had 4 lawyers, immigration and family law. I've spoken to the embassy and no one seems to be able to help me. I am done. If he wants to be a single dad so bad, I will allow him to.
I mean, period.
A man like him rot in hell.
Period.
Guys, listen. These jealous, insecure people will completely try to dim your light, try to humble you, and take every single soul or essence that you have, whether it's friends, colleagues, your relationship. Run away when you see that they're trying to compete with you.
Yep.
You see that they're saying these slight comments of like, oh, you're not all that, oh, this and that. When you hear these things, run for the hills. These people will only get worse and worse. You cannot make these people feel secure in themselves. You cannot control this person. They will only get more insecure because they are triggered by you. There is nothing you can do. You can't sit there and say, I'm going to change myself, and then they like me more. They want you to stop breathing.
Yep.
They don't want you on this earth. Your essence, you breathing, triggers them.
Yep.
You can't do anything but walk away. But I don't care who it is. You walk away from these people and you save yourself every single time.
Always. In the comments is telling her, sis, this is not going to be a good look for you in court.
As a family law attorney in New York, I want everyone to just stop and think. But there's a baby in the middle of all this. What will it mean if mothers walk away from their children?
The men will finally have to fucking take care of their goddamn responsibility, and it's the least fucking price that those bitch ass men can pay after single-handedly destroying their family dynamics. If the bitch can't hold himself accountable enough to at least work on his character and his outbursts enough to preserve the family unit and the family dynamic, he does not deserve your fucking constant labor. Fucking no, absolutely not. What will happen if the mothers just start leaving these babies with the fathers? That bitch will at least have some level of responsibility and accountability after fucking ruining his family. It's the least that motherfucker can do. The least. And I stand on that shit 10 toes. It's the least that he can do. And it's what he deserves. Because it shows any man that is willing to like do this type of shit. And mind you, this is not normal behavior. Real men try to really work things out, and real men communicate and keep things open. Like, always remember that if a bitch ass motherfucker is throwing the mom and the child into the system immediately while she's postpartum, that motherfucker never gave a fuck about her, probably even that kid to begin with. Okay? And it's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not conducive. The least that bitch can do is take responsibility for create. You just what and that's what pisses me off. These men destroy their families. They try to ruin the woman, break her down, keep up toxic dynamics, all this shit. And like people just like, well, I would just tolerate anything to be around my child. Can't relate, pick me shit. Can't relate. Keep letting these men break you down. Can't relate. Like, it's the lack of accountability for men as a whole that's sickening. Especially men that do this. This is not normal behavior. This is not normal behavior. Like, and like, even Landon, when he did his custodial stuff, he's trying to call Liz unfit. Liz is a rich ass bitch. She only had to go and deal with her visa. That's it. You calling Liz unfit? Liz, who doesn't even need you to begin with, who you bummed money off of. Crazy. Crazy.
To have a lasting. Yes, I know that fathers have been doing it for centuries, walking away. But do we really mean that mothers don't have anything significant and special and biological that they bring to the table, especially
if the man is setting up the system that way, and that is what he is communicating by his actions, he is leaving the woman no choice but to walk away, because the man is already communicating by his actions, by trying to block the mother out of the child's life and using the child as a tether. He is already demonstrating and communicating that this child doesn't need his mother. So let him be correct and let him deal with the consequences of all of it, because the mom, the really insane price to pay for when all you did was love the wrong people and want the best for your child and try to start a new life for your child. This is like, this price is not worth it. And then don't be a bitch like me and you start to experience life on the other side. I didn't go through all that labor for this. I didn't deal with all that just for, nah. If the man, like, hold the man accountable. He's the one setting up this system. Women are not saying that no woman, I don't think, is actually saying, well, I don't have anything valuable to give my child. I don't have the nurturing. We're not really saying that. We know that we are essential to our children's development. We bond with them in the womb. But if a man is going to exploit that, and if a man is going to set the system up in a way to where he wants to communicate that the child doesn't need the mother or whatever, let him deal with all of the consequences. Because we know the trauma, the development issues, the health issues, the adjustment issues, the adaptability issues that comes with. Men who do this pay serious consequences. And don't get me started about the spiritual, because that man committed spiritual warfare against you. No, bitch, the least you can do is fucking hold the responsibility of your fucking failure. Because you're a failure of a man. And you will always be reminded of your fucking failure. Let these men be failures on their own. Dudes always ask what women bring to the table, right? When they usually don't have any real furniture. Girl! Like Shira with the dusties. You know how Shira be doing the dusty apartment? She be dressing up like a dusty dude and she be trolling. And then she got the green screen of like the empty apartment with like the video game and the chair.
Raising very small children. In my experience, not to knock fathers, a lot of them step forward and thank God for them. But fathers that are handed very significant custody responsibilities when they're not ready for it, tend to give the babies to their parents to raise.
Yeah, or caretakers. They just end up bouncing the child around. They just end up bouncing the child around because they had no clue. And it's what they fucking deserve. It's what they deserve. You showed that you took that woman for granted. The man's actions, when they do this, his character is speaking. He is showing, I didn't value the woman I had a kid with. I don't even deem her as necessary as a part of my child's life. I don't even deem this fucking shit, and the kid would be better off without her, just period. Pay the consequence. Pay the consequence. It's what you fucking deserve. Especially when death can't come soon enough. Because absolutely not. You will uphold your fucking responsibility and you will pay the consequence one way or another. Don't set the system up to demonize the mother. And then, and this is what makes me, upset. These men, they work so hard. This goes back to the custody videos that we watched, right? These men, they set them systems up, right? They fucking demonize the mom. She's unfit. We just saw this in the last video with the lady who, the guy forced her back into 50, which is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy work. But we saw this in the last video. These men, she's unfit, she's unniche, the kid don't need to be with her, and da-da-da-da-da. And then what they start fucking bitching about? Chronic stress, caretaker stress, household overwhelm, lack of resources. And then my queen who went to fucking Cabo on this nigga. And I honestly, she should move to Cabo, bitch. She should move to Cabo. You going to Cabo and you just leaving me here with the kids after this bitch ass motherfucker moved to another state. Absolutely not. I wish more women would just, honestly, bitch, take your trips. Free yourself. Because having a child with that man was never worth it. He is showing you just how much you wasted your time, body, and spirit in the whole dynamic. And the least he can do is step up for his responsibility and leave you the fuck alone. Because why the fuck are you still bothering the woman when you got the kid over there? Just like Landon. Bitch, Liz is in a completely different country and you're still over there in her chat. You're calling the visa office. You're doing all of these things. Absolutely not. I honestly really hope that, as Liz continues and she moves forward, I swear, I also do still believe that your soulmate is on the other side of these situations. And y'all know why I believe that. You have to get out of the karmic loop and cycle. But once you do, I swear to you, your soulmate will come. And first you got to reunite with self because you're your only true soulmate. But that mirror match in a person will come to you. I'm so serious.
What are your thoughts? I love you guys so much. And as always,
I probably would have fled the country, to be honest. Bitch, period.
Yeah? The fact that
Let me read the comments. And you know, I've been live for a while, so I'm going to start my day here in a bit or whatever. I did want to get to Megan's video. Maybe I'll react to it later or whatever. Just to give my thoughts on it. He's been called out before for not doing his actual research and just making quick videos just for the sake of it. And I can comment on that or whatever. But people say, oh, she's bleeding in front of the sharks. Never give a man a kid with no ring. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, that's the only smart thing she did in this relationship. Like people being snarky. See, the only smart thing that Liz did was let him keep the kid. Jesus, she's so exhausting. Never hand over the baby to an enemy. When the baby grows up, he's going to say your mom didn't want to see you, didn't want you. God help Liz. So now we're supposed to be slaves to the nigga's manipulation and his bullshit. I'm tired of, so now we have to be responsible for the stories that this man might tell the child. Not only are we responsible for the whole burden of everything, and we're supposed to just do all the child rearing and all that. When do these men take accountability for anything? So serious. When do we? So now we have to be responsible for what he tells the kid as the kid grows up. And we're supposed to feel guilty enough to where we want to, stay in a toxic fucking dynamic? Oh, well, what if he poisons my kid's mind against me? The bitch is probably already doing that the minute he gets the kid anyway. Because he's that bitter of a bitch. He's probably already doing it. Are we supposed to really take the burden? So what you're saying is we need to take responsibility for other people's behavior? Come on now. Y'all know that we don't control anybody outside of us. You're never responsible for another person's behavior. It's like the self-gaslighting is driving me insane with this. Now, of course, a lot of the women still blaming her are beyond me. Those are the pick-me's. Those are the women who are like, I stay and I tolerate all kinds of shit for my kid. My ex beat me bloody and I still stayed. That's the problem. Like, especially if you're enabling that cycle in front of your child. That is the problem. Because, I'm sorry, what kind of an example is it really setting? You can do all the things. You can have all the money in the world. You can have the nicest environment. Your child can have all the playrooms, all the stuff, all the tea, all everything. And the minute you subject that baby to that toxic fucking dynamic, that back and forth, it goes to shit. Because that's long-lasting trauma. Because that kid's going to start wondering, why does mommy yell at daddy so much? Or why does daddy yell at mommy so much? Why are daddy and mommy always fighting even when they briefly exchange me? Why is daddy always angry at mommy? Why does daddy say such horrible things about mommy? They start asking these questions early. And then it's really infuriating when you're the type of bitch. Now, it's one thing if you have a platform, right? Like how I just vent to you guys or whatever. But if you're the type of bitch that really doesn't keep up smoke in front of your child and you just keep it focused on the baby with his butt, and you actually have the ability to exchange the child and shut the fuck up and keep the dynamic cool and not really say or do much or whatever, it's really infuriating when you're demonstrating the self-control and this bitch is over here acting worse than a toddler because he can't control his bitch ass self. Psychotic. Abandon those men. They don't even deserve a co-parent. They don't deserve the air they breathe. Let's just keep it really honest. But I mean, we can't always be so fortunate. That's a dark joke, but whatever. But in all seriousness, because like any form of leniency, and this is where my frustration really lies. Any form of leniency, any form of self-abandonment, because see, especially if you're an evolved person and you really work on yourself, any form of leniency, self-abandonment, or anything of that nature, you're really going to, it's going to be tested. And especially if you're a person who used to self-abandon before, especially if you're a person who used to betray yourself before, right? These dynamics will test the fuck out of you. And if you're a person that's really come far because of all that you've done, y'all, it's going to prove to you more and more how it's just it's not worth. You know what I mean? And it's like, the biggest thing that you can do is try to teach your children to have some self-respect by keeping the self-preservation and respect for yourself. Because your kids do learn by example. They do. And they will learn by example. They do. They do. And they will. Because if the other motherfucker can get their character straight, you can at least demonstrate the character. But never be ashamed, especially as a woman, to take space, walk away. I mean, some women do orders to where they don't see their kids after, especially those order protections. Some women will, especially if the man is bitter, right? If the man is bitter and he gets an order protection on you, y'all know how order protections will go from 30 days, and then you can get them extended to 2 years, depending on how that moves in court. Some women will like petition to extend it. And like, yeah, you know what? I want the 2 years away. And they will take that 2 years away from the dude, the kid, and everything, just to get their peace for that next couple of years. And I bet you during those 2 years, if that woman walks away, you're going to see that bitch in her glow up. You're going to see that bitch in her flow. Because she's going to go and get it together. 2 years is actually a good amount of time to get some shit shaken, to be honest. Especially if you're a woman starting from the bottom. Because a lot of times when women leave these men, after having children, they're starting from the bottom. They're starting over. You know what I mean? But like, you can come far. And the biggest thing I think that we all know already, and the biggest thing that I think that we learn already, is the fact that the minute you get these toxic people out of your life, you start to fucking do better automatically. You start to realize just how much better life is and was without that person. And that's when you realize, like, fuck, staying with this motherfucker kept me stagnant. Especially when you're dealing with a person who berates you all the time and degrades you all the time and does all that shit. That shit can mess with your psyche. That's psychological abuse. You should never be in a position to where you doubt your own self. Like, at the end of the day, you really are all there is. Only person who really can decide your future and how far you're going to go really is you. Nobody else holds that power over you. So to tell women, I just want to know why women need to, I don't know why these burdens, especially these burdens that really aren't our responsibility, fall on us. And I don't know why women willingly sign up for it. Like, oh yeah, I'll just take responsibility for all of this. Oh yeah, I'll just like adhere to him. Oh yes, sir. Da, 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 da. Oh, he wants to argue and fight in front of the kid today? Okay, I'll just take it just to be around my kid. Y'all, child, it just really could never be me. Landon dodged a bullet. God. This is bird brain behavior. God. It's so crazy. I mean, some people are supporting her, but there's a lot of vile comments in here. A lot. This is a front. She's probably wearing sunglasses to hide her puffy eyes from crying. It's a sad situation to have your baby taken from you. No shit, but if a guy is going to go this far, it's like, y'all, like, it's not worth, that's the thing, it's not worth the grief, the pain, the constant back and this shit is not worth it at all. It's not worth it. That's the point. It's a lot of people who it's a lot of people who support her. Like I feel like a lot of people actually support her. It's almost like the energy shifted because she took it back. I'm not a fan of her, but I'm with her about it. Yeah, she needs to get off the internet. She should not be posting like this. Girl, that's what they say about my ass. Duh, the attorney won't have any business if the mother simply hand over the baby. It's true. It's true. And let me tell you some tea. That's actually a really good point. Duh, the attorneys won't have any business if the mother simply hand over the baby. That's another way that cases get drawn out. And that's another reason why they go super, super slow. Because either once that mother doesn't petition for soul, especially if she doesn't want to do the soul for soul fight, and I've explained this and I've said this. I've said it. This is how cases get drawn out. Look at how slow moving, even though things really did work in my favor. And yeah, I gained some leverage. Look at how much my case slowed down the minute after I spoke to that guardian and told him I didn't want soul. I lived the example. They draw it out because there's not much to really discuss. You have to wait for something major to happen. If nothing major happens and the status quo just remains, it's just the status quo. Because there's no real reason to litigate. And that's when it becomes pointless. But you let the man figure that out. And you keep letting that man pay for the fucking attorneys. Because even that's worth it. For that. That's a part of his responsibility too. You want to set up this whole court shit? You want to do it? Pay for it, bitch. I'm telling y'all. Because the cases get drawn out. The minute you communicate that, because there's not much to litigate, like at all. I hope her ex wins. Ew, disgusting. My mother left me with my dad because she was too scared of him, and he ended up. Oh, I'm sorry. And his brother. So she knew she was leaving me with. Ooh, I'm sorry. That person has trauma. That person has trauma. I should have read that before I read that out loud. That's not an excuse. Oh, Landon is her karma. This is the life she has now. She is evil. She did not practice what she preached. These fucking comments are crazy. Let these men be single parents? Really? You're no better than Andrew Tate. No. The man is saying he wants to be a single parent. He's literally saying it. The minute that man petitions for fucking soul anything, he's saying, I want to be a single parent. He's literally got his hand waved. Hey, I think that today would be a great day for me to be a dad. I'm single dad day. Let the bitch do it. This is crazy. This is like ew, such kind of YouTubers are so cheap. Liz, this is a bad look. She's doing this for views. Yeah, dude. Now let's read the very last comment. Seriously, you have to be seriously sick in the head to do something so evil to the woman who gave you your only child. Someone who went through almost a year of pain and suffering, and then you go out of your way to cause more harm to her is disgusting. And this country is also evil for allowing someone to do this to a mother who's currently in postpartum. It's like he really is trying to destroy her. So I do understand her choices that she's made. It's not worth years and years of mental hell and thousands of dollars being spent with no real assurance that anything will be resolved. Exactly. And the dynamic is so fucking toxic. It needs to, like, some things just need to collapse on their own. Some things just need to collapse on their own. Like, especially when you've tried all other avenues already. So yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go start my day and do all of my shizzle. This was a great stream, or whatever. And I love you guys so much. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get ready. I'm gonna start doing my shit. All right, cool.